All right, get ready for this, because we are about to uncover one of the most mind-blowing magic tricks happening all around us every single second. I'm not kidding. Plants eat sunlight. Yeah, you heard me right. That little succulent on your windowsill, it's literally chowing down on sunbeams for breakfast.
But wait a second. How is that even possible? How in the world can you eat light? It sounds like something straight out of a comic book, right? Well, it's totally real, and I'm going to let you in on the secret.
It all comes down to one big, kind of sciencey sounding word, photosynthesis. But don't let it fool you. It's actually super simple when you break it down. Photo, that's just a fancy word for light, and synthesis, that just means putting together. So photosynthesis is literally just putting stuff together using light. See? Easy.
So what exactly are they putting together? Well, think of it like the most important recipe in the entire universe, and it only has 3 ingredients. You've got sunlight, of course, a little bit of water, and get this, the carbon dioxide that we all breathe out. That's it.
Okay, now for the really cool part. Let's shrink ourselves down, like super tiny, and take a tour inside one of these amazing green food factories.
All right, you ready? We're starting our zoom. Let's get a much closer look at just a single leaf.
But we're not stopping there. We're going way, way inside. Past the surface, through the tiny little plant cells, deeper and deeper we go. And we've arrived. Welcome to the chloroplast. This little green blob right here, this is the heart of the whole operation. It's the tiny factory where all the magic actually happens. Okay, now things are about to get wild, because inside this chloroplast, the plant throws what I can only describe as the ultimate light party. Seriously, scientists have a more technical name for it, but light party is way more fun. Whoa, hold on. A light party? What even is that? Well, it's the very first high-energy step in making food. Think of it like a crazy rave, but for tiny particles of light. It's nuts.
So here's how the party works, in 3 simple steps. First, sunlight zaps the leaf. It's like a tiny lightning bolt of energy. Then, that energy gets so wild it splits a water molecule right in half. And all that crazy energy from the split, it gets captured and used to charge up these tiny little batteries.
And let me introduce you to these energy batteries, because they're super important. First, you've got ATP. Think of ATP as like an instant energy shot. Boom! Quick burst of power. Then you have its buddy, NADPH. This one's more like a rechargeable power bank. You know, it stores the energy so it can be used a little later.
Okay, so the light party was a huge success. The plant has captured a bunch of sunlight and packed it into these awesome little energy batteries. But what's it all for? What are they going to build with all this power?
Well, that brings us to phase 2 of our factory tour. This is where the plant actually starts building the good stuff, the actual food.
Yep, welcome to the sugar factory. Now, what's cool is that this part doesn't even need sunlight anymore. The light party's over. All it needs now are those charged up batteries we just made.
And the assembly line is super straightforward. Step 1, the plant just grabs some carbon dioxide right out of the air. Step 2, it plugs in those energy batteries, the ATP and NADPH, to power up the machinery. And step 3, out comes sugar. And that right there is the plant's food. So a plant makes a little sugar for itself. You might be thinking, big deal, why should I care? Oh, but you should. Because this whole process, it's pretty much the reason you and I and almost every living thing are even here.
Just think about it for a second. This whole thing makes the very oxygen you're breathing right now. It creates the food that is the base for basically everything we eat, and it helps keep our entire planet's climate in balance. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Whoa, that was a lot to take in, I know. So let's do a lightning-fast recap of everything. You ready? Let's go.
First up, sunlight hits the plant. The plant grabs water and CO2. It turns all that into pure energy and uses that energy to make sugar to eat and oxygen for us to breathe. Amazing, right? From the biggest trees to the tiniest flowers, they're all performing this incredible magic trick every single day. So I've got to ask you, what's your favorite sunshine-eating plant? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you thought that was super cool, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends.